Welcome to the Eat Better, Move Better, Live Better podcast presented by Flourish with Tracy, where we'll dive into the realms of holistic wellness, plant-based nutrition, yoga, and self-care to help you live your best life. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for our special segments. Meditation Monday. Start your week with mindfulness. Wellness Wednesdays. Get the midweek boost you need. Sadhana Saturdays. Dedicate weekends to personal growth. Join us as we explore and discuss all things to eat better, move better, and live better. Welcome to Sadhana Saturday. Today we're going to conclude our series of the Yamas with part 5 of 5, Aparigraha. Aparigraha means non-grasping, non-hoarding, or non-attachment. And so the powerful question of this Yama is, am I holding on too tightly? And it teaches us that suffering can grow when we hold on to things through attachment. Attachment to all kinds of things, past versions of ourselves, physical things and possessions, expectations or control. The lessons of Aparigraha teaches us to engage without clinging and to appreciate without possessing or controlling. Aparigraha is a Sanskrit word. The A means without, and parigraha means grasping, hoarding, or possessiveness. So when you put the two together, it literally means living without excessive attachment. And it doesn't mean giving away all of your possessions or just withdrawing from your life. It means, can I create or relate to a life without needing or trying to be in control of everything? Attachment to things and situations or people itself is natural. We, as humans, naturally form bonds and preferences and desires. And suffering comes, however, when we start gripping and we hold on too tight. When we allow fear to sneak in and tell us that we can't afford to lose something, or that we may not get something ever again, or that our identity depends upon it. Aparigraha invites spaciousness. So let's talk a little bit more about the relationship between fear and attachment. Most attachments rooted in fear. We fear change or shift. We fear the unknown or uncertainty. We sometimes fear getting older, aging. We fear not being in control. And our mind sometimes tries to create a safety space through holding on and grasping. However, life itself never stays the same. It is always shifting. It is always changing. Variables change. People change. Environments change. Aparigraha teaches that peace will grow when we stop resisting impermanence. Some people attach themselves to control because they feel unsafe with unpredictability. So they may micromanage or overplan. They may be perfectionists. They may not like to release or surrender control. Excessive control, however, creates tension. And the practice of Aparigraha asks you to reflect. Can you allow life to unfold without being in control or having to force everything? Some people attach to identity. They feel that they are their role, their job, their appearance, their belief, or their accomplishments. But that then becomes rigid. And when you are stuck in that rigidity, any shift or change to it can threaten the identity. You are more than one single role or label. We all play several different roles and identities. Those are aspects of us. We are not one of any of them. We are complex beings made up of several. Sometimes we attach to relationships and emotions. Aparigraha can deeply affect a relationship. Healthy love allows for freedom, and it releases fear. When we attach our emotions and our relationships with fear, then it can show up as envy, jealousy, control, emotional gripping, dependency, people-pleasing, possessiveness. Aparigraha does not mean being emotionally detached. It means to love consciously without ownership, to live and let live, to love without being possessive. People are not possessions. Relationships are experiences of connection. They're not ownership contracts. So Aparigraha asks, can I love while also allowing freedom? True connection requires trust, not control. Some of us attach and hold on to the past. We remain emotionally connected to old pains, old stories, old betrayals or regrets, past identities. When we hold on to that emotional pain, it becomes very draining and exhausting. And it then can affect us physically. We can become ill, and our nervous system can become attached to this suffering. Aparigraha teaches healing requires release. Let go. Let go. And it doesn't mean that something never mattered. It means allowing life to continue to move forward naturally. Grief reflects love, shift, and humanity. Aparigraha teaches us to honor experiences and to reflect with love instead of becoming trapped and attached to them forever. And then there's the physical attachment to things, materialism. Our modern culture encourages accumulation of things, possessions, validation, and achievement. Accumulation of things does not create peace. It does not create space. It sometimes creates hoarding. We collect things excessively and externally as if to attempt to fill an emptiness internally. And sometimes that comes from fear. Aparigraha encourages mindful relationship with material things. And you can ask yourself, do I define myself through my possessions? Am I filling my physical space externally? Am I attached to external validation? And what am I trying to fill internally? Aparigraha reminds us that inner peace is free. It can't be purchased with things external to us. Aparigraha supports softening of our nervous system, surrendering. And surrendering doesn't mean giving up. It just means releasing things that we don't need, unnecessary gripping and attaching. And sometimes that can take the form of something that we don't even realize. Not physical, but spiritual. Sometimes how we practice our faith can become an attachment rigid in our spiritual beliefs, only adhering to specific outcomes, needing constant certainty, appearing to be enlightened, or only recognizing a specific spiritual identity. True spiritual growth includes openness and humility and space for growth, evolution, shift, and change. Aparigraha releases the need to present yourself in a specific way. It means releasing attachment to perfection. Growth itself is imperfect. It's not a straight line. So what are practical ways you can practice non-attachment, non-hoarding, non-gripping in a daily way? You can declutter consciously. Clear your mind, clear your thoughts. Breathe and meditate. Just be quiet. Declutter your physical space. What are things you don't need? Perhaps you can donate. Release comparison and judgment. Practice gratitude. Reduce overconsumption of thoughts, of food, of people, of things. Allow more flexibility. Settle into healthy emotional boundaries. Accept the unknown. It's okay to be uncertain. And observe and notice if you find yourself beginning to attach to things and if they're patterns. Practice forgiveness. Begin with forgiving yourself and trust timing. Everything will happen just as it is to be. So lose gripping. You don't have to control. You don't have to have a certain identity. You can let go of fear and possessions or expectations. Aparigraha invites you to spaciousness. Clear space all around you mentally, physically, socially, and emotionally. It's a freedom. It's not withdrawal. It's just space and the freedom to participate in life without being consumed by things, possessions, and attachments. It's freedom to trust without feeling the need to be in control. It's the freedom to allow life to move forward naturally. So you can silently repeat to yourself, I release the need to control everything. I trust my life will naturally move forward. I soften any attachments rooted in fear. I release what no longer serves my growth. And as I move through life with openness, I embrace trust and freedom. I love without possession. You can remember that release is not loss. Release is healing. And peace comes not through holding tighter, but learning to release, soften, and let go. When we fill our spaces, our physical spaces, our bodies, our mental capacity with things, all of these things hold and take up energy, and they are tight and they are exhausting. When we let them go, when we soften, when we release attachment, we release the tension, we release the energy. We can take a deep breath in and out. We can bring in awareness and breath, and we can surrender and embrace our life just as it is. And we can release all of the energy and things we don't need. Clear your spaces, declutter, loosen your grip of fear, release excessive control. Breathe freely, breathe clearly, and breathe with spaciousness. Thank you for sharing time and space today. May you trust deeply, release gently, and live freely without attachment. Namaste. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's insights help you on a personal journey towards a healthier, happier life. Don't forget to join every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for more self-care and holistic wellness tips. Before you go, make sure to comment, click the bell, like, and subscribe buttons for upcoming episode notifications. Be sure to always consult a medical professional before making any major changes regarding your health, diet, or routine. In the meanwhile, stay motivated, stay inspired, and remember, every step you take is one step closer to a better you. Until next time, keep flourishing, and as always, may all be well.